Alright, so I'm back. That's my legs. I have pants on, or shorts. Anyway, that's not really important. So you already saw this picture. I'm going to go on, because I know that other one is so long. That's just, I don't know, some kind of fairy-like creature. Nothing good. Something here, I don't even know what it says. Queen of misery and unrelenting pain. It's like morbid. Someone said these are like kind of, make them think of ovaries. It wasn't meant to be that way. Like at one point I didn't know exactly where the ovaries are located exactly. I don't know. It's like, I guess maybe instinctively I knew, but I wasn't like trying to draw that. Yeah, that's gross. Anyways, it was just, you know, whatever. I guess I probably somehow knew. It's not like I did research on it. But anyway, someone was like, oh, was that ovaries? I'm like, no, it wasn't supposed to be ovaries, but whatever. Let's just get whacked up. Anyways, I don't know what that was, a cat or what. I'm sorry this isn't the best video. I'm hoping you can get sort of a glimpse of my drawings. I'm trying to give you a full view of it, but, you know, since a lot of them are bigger, it's hard to, you know, show you. And I don't want to, like, keep this video on for too long. Like, the last one was 11-some minutes, and that was unintentional, obviously. But it happens, you know. Anyways, but like I was talking last time about what I'd been through as a kid. I mean, I didn't go into details, but you could get that. I just didn't have the most uplifting or loving childhood, and, you know, the safest childhood. There were good times, obviously, like anyone, but I'm still struggling to forgive my parents and to move on. Like, sometimes I guess I just am not motivated in life now. Maybe it's just like and part of me wants to give up. Not in the way you think. Like, I don't mean I'm gonna take a rope and hang myself. I don't want to encourage any of that behavior, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes I feel like, oh, you know, I'm never gonna have my dreams come true. Like, I really want to be a writer. I'm just an artist in general, and I want to be an entertainer, and I want to be someone who's maybe a motivational speaker, you know, someone who, I don't know, just helps others and shows them that they don't have to, you know, continue on the cycle, and they can make something of themselves no matter what they've been through. I know it sounds like cliche, oh, you can get through it and everything, and I'm not saying, like, you know, life is going to be perfect and everything, you know, that, you know, you're not going to go through shit, excuse my language, you know, every now and then, even after that, but, you know, I'm saying, like, basically, you don't have to let that define you. Your past doesn't have to define you. Even the mistakes you made don't have to define you. You can be something, you know, you can improve as a person. I like to call it evolution of self, and I still have a long way to go, because I still have a lot of internal, you know, things I'm dealing with, you know, just trying to heal and everything, and just not trying to hate my parents, you know, and it says right here, we become ugly death, and that's, people might be like, what? I'm just saying, like, if you hold hatred in your heart, you get this, like, darkness. That's what I mean by the ugly death. It's just, like, you're spiritually dead, you know, and that's ugly. There's nothing beautiful about being empty inside and hateful and vengeful and bitter and resentful, and I've been there. Like, I've hated a lot. I've been so full of rage and anger, just, you know, paranoid and everything, and just wanting the world to, you know, to explode or whatever, just, you know, like, getting in that self-destructive mode, and just wanting to destroy everything and everyone around me, because I was like, we're all just a bunch of fools, you know. We think of what we do to each other, you know, we bully each other, we lie, we cheat, we steal, we commit adultery, we destroy innocent children's lives, we beat our kids, you know, we use people, we waste our lives away. We treat ourselves like objects, like tools, like it's like F you and F me kind of lifestyle. Like, who cares? We're just selfish half the time, and, you know, we just, it's just like a maze looking thing. Anyways, we're just like so full of ourselves and, you know, concerned with fame and fortune, and we don't care about the children out there who have no parents, you know, whether it be through child abuse or, you know, their parents dying in a tragic accident or a murder. You know, we don't care when people are widows, and it talks about that in the Bible, like God says we're supposed to watch out for the, you know, take care of the widows and the orphans. But you know what, nowadays, it's like the orphans and widows are the ones that are the outcasts. You know, not everybody, of course, does this, but I'm just saying a lot of us, we, you know, tend to discriminate against them and kind of just have no compassion and empathy. Think of those innocent children, hardly any food and money, and a lot of times just, they're rejected, and they're not orphaned, and sometimes they're mistreated in the orphanage, and it's just the same as if their parents had still been alive, and we're abusing them. Like, because some of those children may have had good parents, and the parent died, and it was unfortunate, and then they're stuck with abusive caretaker in the orphanage. It's just all these horrible things happen. So it's like, sometimes I was just like, you know, what's the point with how we treat each other? It's sickened to me, and how I've treated others. You know, I used to be cruel, and I did things out of hatred, and that's a bird right there in pain, and it says, this is not a safe spot, because he's hanging on top of that, like, nest, and there's a twig and whatever, somewhere around there, whatever, and there's that, like, corpse, you know, so he's kind of sideways, so you think he's gonna fall, and it says, do not touch me, I am not loved. The corpse bred from hatred and cruel lust. And it says, nest teetering sideways or on the edge, whatever. Okay, I'm, like, now I'm getting off track here, but I was just saying, like, I don't know, we live like fools, and we show so much apathy and indifference, and it's sickening, it's cruel, and it's just, like I said, I've done things that I'm ashamed of in the past, and I mean, I've grown a lot. I'm not a child anymore, obviously. I'm 28, so, ugh. But it's just, like, I still have memories of what I've done. I want to atone, people can hear me. I want to, make a difference, like I said, and just improve as a person. I want to come to accept myself, no matter what I look like. Even if, let's say, I'm 80,000 pounds, I don't care whether I'm tall, short, underweight, whatever, whether I'm at a healthy weight, whether I'm healthy or, like, physically, well, or whether I have health problems, which I do. I have hypothyroidism, whatever. Nothing, like, severe. Whoops, sorry. But, I really want to, oh, whoops, sorry about that. It was on the next page. I really want to just accept myself as I am. And, like, stop condemning myself, stop criticizing myself and others, just get to that point where I'm a mature, evolved person. It takes a long time, and I'm hoping maybe me drawing pictures and whatever, and writing and putting things on YouTube and on my blog and just, whatever, trying to get back to church, I hope that will all help me. And I hope I would someday I keep saying the same thing. I just hope someday I will contribute to this world in a positive way. That's all. Look, he's picking his nose. Gross, right? It was so stupid, ugly drawing. That's weird. Yeah, I know. I keep drawing boobs. You're going to be like, oh, she has a boob fetish. But, whatever. Maybe it's just I don't always like my body the way it is. So, because I am overweight again. I mean, I'm not morbidly obese, but that's not the point. This is this destroyer of self no longer. Because I used to be a cutter. And kind of see, well, I'm going to, like, I don't know. It's hard to even, one second, there's the other picture. But I know I ramble a lot. That's that's my thing from the Asperger's syndrome. And which is I have so much on my mind, so many thoughts. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that because it's probably grossing people out. Those are scars, but I don't do that to myself anymore. Just like I don't go out binge drinking, and I've improved a lot, basically. And this is a character, Jordan, from this trilogy I'm working on called What a Family's Really About. There's a lot of realism. There's some sci-fi. There's another, whoops, I just gave it away who that character is probably. But if you ever read it, it will be okay. You'll just hopefully forget what that said. But this is another character from the trilogy What a Family's Really About. And here's the last page. And like I was saying, the trilogy has realism, and there's a little tiny bit of, like, tidbits, yeah. This is her. She was a model in the book. Her name's Jane. She's 12 at the time. Anyways, thank her. She didn't really have many curves. The clothing made her look like that. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish what I was saying now. Like, in the, here's the last part of it. That's not really what she looks like. Her hair is curly like that, as you can see, but, like, see, there's her over there, and this is her with makeup. I actually copied the face. See how the paper's cut right there? I just copied it from the other one over here, and I drew her body. That's what her body really looked like. It was more like a stick figure. I mean, she was hitting puberty because you could see she has boobs, but, like, she wasn't, like, really curvy or anything yet. She was only 12, and, well, you'd have to read the story someday. I'll have to read excerpts of my trilogy on YouTube. But, okay, I'm going to finish this because it's getting boring for you guys because you just see me mess around with pictures and stuff. But, like, okay, I'll show you some pictures while I finish talking. Some other pictures. So the story, there's one of Jesus, was, no, it's not important there, okay. The story, excuse me, like I said, there's realism, and it chronicles Jordan's life, but, like I said, there's a little bit of sci-fi, hints of sci-fi, and there's some hints of, trying to think here, like, fantasy, like, fairy tale type of thing. Here's something, and then, anyways, it just, you'd have to, like, read it. It just has has a mix of bits of genre, but I think it's mainly realism, but it kind of is written in a way that it makes it like the real life situation seem stranger than, than fiction. You've heard that saying, stranger than fiction. So it's like, it's making reality more fantasy-like than necessarily having a lot of fantasy in the reality, if that makes sense. It's like, imagine everyday experience, but it's written in such a way that's like, oh, it kind of gives you this element of, oh, it's real life, but it's not quite. Sorry, I have so much junk. And it's not easy to explain. You'd have to see it. But anyways, I'm going to finish here. And I'm sorry this video is, like, boring. Okay, so that's something, too, that's creepy. It's the porcelain doll I had. And I butchered it, and it's representing the innocence law. See, the hand that's cut off is in there. Okay, I better go. And there's my backyard. So, talk to you soon. Sorry I rambled. Bye. Oh, whoops. I didn't push the right one.